Hello, everyone out there in Rumble X and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to talk some more about Mamma Mia. Yeah, Mamma Mia, your movie. Yeah, you like it. I don't like this movie. I think this movie's crap. But I did say I was going to review it. So I'm going to review it. All right. I've said this in the other videos, okay, that this movie's got a lot of things wrong with it, okay? Now, maybe for some of you, you enjoyed it, and that's fine. I don't mind if you like the movie, okay? Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you have to, hate it, okay? And I get it, okay? It's escapism, okay? It's just that for me, it's like you really got to turn your brain off at the door. And I try to do that. I just wanted to watch something fun and musical. But what the movie's dealing with, it's dealing with familial broken families. Okay, it's dealing with, unwanted pregnancy, okay, and getting married before you're ready to get married, okay, and not telling people the truth about things and waiting years, to come clean, okay, about secrets, okay. These are not good things, okay. These are not things that are funny, okay, and they're trying to make into something that's funny. Okay, our main character Sophie here, played by Amanda Seyfried, she's getting married the next day, and she never knew who her dad was, her biological father. Excuse me. In fact, no man raised her. Her mom raised her all by herself with no man around. No boyfriend, no stepdad, nothing. All right? And so she lives on this island in Greece with her mom. Her mom owns a villa there, and she works there every day. And her daughter, looks like her daughter's going to do the same thing, okay? Now, Sophie grew up not knowing who her dad was, and apparently she didn't really give a crap about that. She never really pushed her mom to give her any answers, okay? But she did some snooping around the attic, and she found her mom's old diaries, and she determined that her father was one of three men, okay? It could have been Bill, who was a wild and crazy guy, and he's a travel reporter, and he owns a boat, and he rides motorcycles, it's basically a hippie. All right, and it also could have been a guy named Harry, okay, who's a very wealthy banker in England, in London, okay, or it could have been Sam, okay, who was a famous wealthy architect in New York. All right, and so she tracked all these men down and wrote them all letters. Hey, I'm getting married this weekend. I want you to give me a wave because you had you had a relationship with my mom 21 years ago. I am the product of that relationship, and I want my father to walk me down the aisle. So all three of these men showed up at the same time for this wedding. All three of them are oblivious to the fact that all three of them, one of them might actually be Sophie's real dad, and that the other two only think they are. Okay, they never have the conversation with each other. Why are we here? Oh, this girl invited us. She told us that she was our daughter, but they forget that fact because they're shocked when they come to the conclusion that Sophie must be their daughter. It's like later on, halfway through the movie, these stupid ass men realize, oh my God, I had sex with her mom 21 years ago. She's 20 years old. Oh my God, I'm her dad. You see what I mean? All three of them have this realization. Okay? And at the same time, during the same party. Okay, which makes absolutely no sense. Like, they never even talk to each other. Like, they've been living together on a boat for the past couple of days, right outside the island, and they never ever talked about the possibility that all three of them might have had sex with Donna at around the same time, the summer of '79. You see what I mean? It never occurs to them. So they all just act like they are Sophie's real dad, and that they've missed out on all these years with her, and they feel guilty about it. Okay, they're not angry at Donna for lying to them, for keeping this information from them. She complains about not having money, but yet she never tried to get child support from any of these guys. Nothing like that. She never bothered to have either any of these guys, help her raise her daughter, have a father figure around for her. She never had a father figure around. And that's why right now at 20 years old, she's about to marry a guy who's clearly homosexual, because she doesn't really know what a real man is, because there's no real men on this island, or in this movie for that matter. All the young men on this island are gay. They like to jump around in their Speedos, and do somersaults with each other and stuff like that, And the only time they're even mildly attracted to a woman, it's got to be some woman who's in her late 50s with stretched out skin, dots all over their face, alcoholic, and chain smoking women. Those are the only women that they're even attracted to, if they are attracted to women at all, if they even have that within them. Mostly they're just attracted to each other, and you see that. They like to climb the cliffs together, in their Speedos and wearing masks and stuff. It's all crazy. Anyway, so yeah, because Sophie had no father figure, she's marrying a gay guy. All right. And none of the supposed straight men that are here, okay, they're all in their late 50s. I'm sorry, except for Harry. Harry's 48 years old. But Bill is 57. And Sam is 55. Donna herself is 58. And her friends are 57 and 56. Okay, these are not young ladies. And if you do the math and subtract 21 years from, to the time when they all had sex with her, then Donna would have been 37 years old when she was impregnated by one of these three guys. Sam would have been 34. Bill would have been 36. And Harry would have been 28. So that actually makes more sense. Okay, he did tell Sophie earlier in the movie that he was studying in Paris. So obviously he was a student's age, studying in Paris when he met her mom, and they had a summer romance. All right, so that's the only one that's really believable. But the other ones are not believable at all. Okay, at 37 and she accidentally gets knocked up by one of these guys. It just. I'm not saying it couldn't happen. What I'm saying is that the movie gives us the impression that Donna was in her 20s or very young, 19 or something like that, 20 years old, about Sophie's age when this happened, and she panicked. She didn't know what to do, so she just was desperate, and so she managed to con this old lady named Sophia, who happens to be Bill's aunt, into giving her his inheritance, because she told her that the baby in her stomach is actually your nephew's, and he abandoned me. So of course Sophia believed her without even checking with her nephew Bill to see if it was true, and gave her his inheritance when she died. And that's how she paid for the villa that she now owns and runs with her daughter Sophie. Okay, and yet Bill's not upset that she lied to his aunt and got the money that should have been his. He's not upset at all about it, even though Sophie told him that's what happened. He's more upset that he missed out on 20 years of his daughter's life. And Harry, of course, Harry thinks he's her dad too. And he's not upset that Donna never told him that she was pregnant. Okay? And that Sophie had to grow up without him. He's just upset that he wasn't there for you and you needed me. God, I feel like shit about it here. Let me give Donna this check with all, for millions of dollars. It's the least I can do for not being there for her. Get the fuck out of here. You didn't even know about her. Okay? And so, of course, Donna refuses the money, but we don't actually see her, tear the check up or nothing. So, she's going to swindle this guy out of some money too. All right? And then there's Sam. Okay, who also believes, he's actually trying to act like a father to her, to Sophie. He's telling her that, hey, listen, you need to do something with your art. Quit hanging out on this island. Go out there and go do something with, you're a talented artist just like I am. You need to go out there and do something with this, okay? Instead of wasting your life sitting here on this island helping your mom run a villa. Well, in her defense, she is getting married and she's going to do whatever her husband does. Unfortunately, her husband is gay, so he's probably just going to take her around all the gay bars. But hey, at least she'll get off the island, right? Anyway, and then he tells Donna, he says, hey, listen, our daughter, Sophie, man, she's only staying here because of you. She doesn't want to leave you alone. That's why she's working here. That's why she's staying. That's why she hasn't left. That's why she hasn't gone to college. And, that's why she hasn't, done anything with her artistic abilities, because she's afraid that if she does, she'll leave you here all alone. And you need to let her go, Donna. Okay, and of course, Donna tells him, I don't need some fucking menopausal middle-aged man. No, he's not middle-aged. Okay, he's a lot older than that. He's 55. I don't need some menopausal middle-aged man. I'm so lucky I don't have some menopausal middle-aged man on this island living here with me to tell me what the fuck to do. So she's a bitch to him. Apparently, they were in love once, and she felt jilted because he left her. She knew he was engaged to another woman 21 years ago. Okay, that he was going to get married to another woman 21 years ago, but yes, she still pursued a relationship with him. And then when he broke it off with her to go marry the other woman, she got all upset. And I guess she's still mad about it. All right. So all that's going on here, okay? And, okay, So that's going on here. Okay. So she leaves Sam, then she runs into Harry. And here, like I said, Harry offers her a shitload of money. We don't know how much it is, but Donna's shocked by the amount. Okay. Like I said, Harry's not mad at Donna for keeping Sophia's secret from him. He has not been back to the island in 21 years. So there's no way he could have known about Sophie. Donna, however, could have tracked down Harry, could have tracked down Bill and Sam and told them, hey, you have a daughter. Okay, I mean, if Sophie could do it, okay, then Donna could have done it, but Donna didn't want to do it. She didn't want her daughter to ever have a father. And she definitely didn't want those men to know about their daughter. Okay, that's just being a selfish bitch right there. But Harry's the one who feels guilty. Harry feels guilty. So he offers her all this fucking money, and then he runs away from her when she tries to give it back to him because he's a pussy. All right? Okay, like I said, Donna refuses a check, but she still keeps it. She puts it in her pocket. Watch the movie again if you don't believe me. She still kept the money. Okay, while Harry runs away because he's a pussy, right? He actually blames himself for the shit that Donna did. All right, because that's what all men do in these movies, all right? No, the women are never wrong, okay? They never do anything wrong. It's always the men. And if the woman does something wrong, it's because the man. Anyway. So Sophie then talks to Skye. Now, Skye, of course, is played by Dominic Cooper, okay? He's clearly a homosexual, but this movie wants us to think that he's straight. So you kind of just got to go with it, even though you know better. Okay, and Sophie talks to Skye, that's her fiance, and tells him about how she invited her 3 dads, and they all want to give her away tomorrow at the wedding. And she thought that, that she would be able to recognize which one was her real dad as soon as she saw him, but she can't. She cannot, even though, despite the fact that Sam, Harry, and Bill look nothing like each other, okay, she still can't tell which one is her biological father. All right. So, and all 3 of them don't know about each other. They all want to give her away. All 3 of them think that they're her biological father. Okay. And she doesn't know what to do. She's having an anxiety attack. Okay. She cannot recognize her dad. Okay. And she doesn't give a shit that her dads are all stupid and don't have any resentment for being manipulated onto coming into this island. Okay. Because Sophie lied to them. She told them that Donna was still in love with them, and that now their daughter is about to get married. So you need to come to the island for the wedding. So they all got that letter, but it was not written by Donna. It was written by Sophie. Sophie wrote them that letter, pretending to be her mom. So apparently all 3 of these men are still in love with Donna, even though she's 59, wrinkled, ugly, and a bitch. Okay, they also love her, because, of course. Okay, all men are infinitely in love with whatever fucking third-wave feminist is standing right next to them in all these movies, no matter how fucking ugly they are. Okay, that happens in all these movies, all right? And so they all showed up to the island, okay, and then they find out that Sophie actually lied. She was the one that wrote the letters, blah, 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 okay? And none of the men are mad at her. In fact, whenever she tells them to do something, they do it. Don't tell my mom. Don't tell my mom that you're here. Okay, all 3 of us will not tell her that you're here. Hey, live up here in this fucking goat shed, in the goat shed attic, okay? And they're like, okay, I guess we'll stay up here, no problem. Even though we're millionaires and we're used to staying at 4-star hotels, we'll just stay in this fucking goat shed attic with no plumbing. Just shit like that. They agree to everything. They agree to everything that she asked them to do. Okay, none of them are mad at her. None of them question her motives. Nothing like that. Okay? All right, so that's going on here, okay? Okay, now Skye, however, like I said, Sophie was having a conversation with Skye, her fiance, and Skye is upset with her, okay? He's upset because she did not tell him what her plan was about inviting the 3 dads. He's blindsided by this. He had no idea that she invited these 3 men to the island for the wedding, all right? Even though he's the groom, okay? And that the big lavish wedding, this big lavish wedding that they're having was actually her idea. It was Sophie's idea. It was not Skye. Skye did not want a big lavish wedding. He didn't even really want to get married at all. He wanted to hang out at the gay bar. Okay, but it was Sophie that wanted to get married, so he wanted to make her happy, so he agreed to this big production, this big wedding on the island because he thought that would make Sophie happy, okay? Now he's thinking that this entire wedding was nothing more than a scheme that Sophie came up with so she could find her biological father, and that she just used the wedding as a ruse in order to find out who her real dad was, okay? So now he feels jilted. He feels like he was used and manipulated, all right? Okay, so Skye's like, knowing who you are doesn't come from finding your father. It comes from finding yourself. And now I'm going to go find some pretty hunky boy to find myself too. Oh, yes. And then he sprinkles away. All right. For that. Okay. And Sky what Sky wanted, we find out, besides getting fucked in the ass, what Sky really wanted was to go traveling all over the world to find himself, okay, or to have some guy's cock find himself, all right. When all of a sudden he met Sophie, okay, so he had plans too. He was going to hit every gay bar in every country in Europe, but then he met Sophie, and he had to put his plans on hold. He had to give them up because of his love for Sophie. You see what I mean? So he was traveling the world and to find himself when he met Sophie on the island, and he put his life on hold for her because he wanted what she wanted, and she wanted to get married. Okay? So he walks away from her. Like I said, he sprinkles away from her, all upset. And she's like, so you don't love me anymore? He's like, of course I love you. I just loved cock more. And I wish you would have told me what you were going to do. Then he sprinkles away, right? He goes back to his boyfriend. Meanwhile, Sam watches all this. He's there spying. And he shows up to talk to Sophie now, all right? Like I said, he just talked to Donna. Now he's talking to Sophie. Sam, by the way, is Pierce Brosnan's character. And he sees that she's upset, and he doesn't want to give her away knowing that she's not happy. So now he's having some sort of flashback here, okay? Apparently, the woman that Sam was engaged to marry, he didn't love her. He loved Donna. But he married this other woman anyway, knowing that he did not love her. Okay? And he's afraid that maybe she doesn't really love Sky. This is just her way of getting off the island by marrying him. And if that's the case, then he doesn't want to give her away because he doesn't want her marriage to end up the way his marriage ended up. Like I said, he's being a father here. He's thinking like a dad. All right? So I honor, his motives are honorable. Okay? But there's too many things wrong with the plot holes in this movie for this to be a good thing. All right? So he tells her that he wasn't in love with his wife. He says, I did the whole marriage thing, all right? You know, and she says, well, were you in love? Were you in love with your wife before you married her? And he's like, no, I wasn't. Okay? And that's the reason his marriage failed, because he wasn't in love with the woman that he married, all right? And he doesn't want her to make the same mistake, okay? And Sophie says, well, that's you. That's not what's going to happen to me. I love Sky. I want to marry him. Ah! She runs away too. The same way that Sky ran away. Same body language. Yeah, I know. Weird, huh? Maybe they are meant for each other. They can do each other's hair. So Sophie runs over to her mom and confronts Donna, okay, her mom, all right, and asks for help getting ready because they're about to get married here, right? And Donna starts singing. Of course she does. It's the Mamma Mia movie. It's going to be an ABBA song, okay? And she starts singing Slipping Through My Fingers. Okay, and what that song is about is just a woman acknowledging that her daughter is an adult now and her daughter has to live her own life. And she can't make decisions for her daughter anymore. She's got to make her own decisions now. That kind of thing that every parent goes through, all right? Okay? And she knows now. She feels it inside of her heart. She realizes that Sophie is leaving her now, okay? She's been a woman for a while now, but now she's going to go off on her own, all right? Is leaving her, and they didn't get to do everything that she wanted to. So she's feeling regret. That's in the lyrics of the song. There's a lot of vacations that she wanted to take her to, a lot of things that she wanted to do with her daughter, but for whatever reason, it never happened. Probably because there wasn't enough money. Well, that wouldn't have been a fucking problem if you told one of these three guys about their daughter and they could have fucking sent you child support. They could have fucking, they're all fucking millionaires. Okay, they all could have just showed up and taken her on a vacation and maybe taking you too as well, you ugly fucking bitch. Okay? And you could have gone to go do those things. And she could have experienced those wonderful things with her biological father as well as her biological mom. But you didn't fucking think of that because you didn't fucking want to. That's not what you wanted. You wanted to take credit for raising this girl all by your fucking self. Like that was a good thing. Like that was going to make her grow up to be a healthy person. Okay? She's marrying a fucking gay guy for Christ's sake. Because she doesn't know what a real fucking man is. As far as I'm concerned, you don't fucking either. Because you fuck a bunch of pussies. Anyway. So that's going on here. And Sophia asks if she's a disappointment to Donna. Okay? Mom, am I a disappointment to you? Because she ran the villa and raised her by herself. Okay? Because she ran the villa and raised her by herself. You know? And Donna says, like, look, sweetheart, I didn't have a choice. I had to raise you by myself. I had to run the villa by myself. I had to do it all by myself. Bullshit. She's like, when your grandma found out that I was pregnant, she told me that I was not allowed to come back home. Okay, well, first of all, if you do the math here, Donna would have been fucking 37 years old when she got fucking pregnant. So why the fuck would you need to live with your fucking mom when you're 37 fucking years old? Now, they never reveal the ages of the women, okay? I mean, they tell you that that Sophie is 20 years old, but that's the only one. Okay, they never reveal the ages of Donna or her old fucking friends, or even the men. They never reveal the ages of the men either. And the reason they don't do that is because they want you to just assume that that Donna was young once and was stupid, okay? But you got to take into account, the reason I know their ages, and the reason I keep telling you their ages, is because I looked it up. Okay, I know how old these actors were when they filmed this movie. Okay? Meryl Streep was 58 years old when she filmed this movie. Okay? So when I tell you she would have been 37 when she got pregnant, okay, I'm not making that up. Her friends also are 57, okay? Tanya was 57 because I checked their birthdays on Wikipedia, and Rose is like 55. Okay, Stellan Skarsgård was 57 when he made this movie. So his character, okay, would have been 36 when he impregnated Donna. Okay, Colin Cook Firth, okay, was 48 years old when he made this movie. So his character would have been 27, 28 when he impregnated Donna. Okay, Pierce Brosnan was 55 when he made this movie. So his character would have been 35, 34 when he impregnated Donna. Okay? These are not young, stupid people. These are middle-aged people. All right? So don't give me this bullshit that she was young and dumb and her mom wouldn't forget. Now get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so she tells that bullshit story. Her mom wouldn't let her come back home. Okay? And Sophie asks her mom to give her away. She says, Mom, instead of the men giving me away, I want you to give me away. Will you give me away, Mom? And she's like, oh, so of course. Okay, this was never about the men. This movie's never about the men or their feelings or what they've got to go through or the bullshit situations that these women put them in. Now, granted, they are stupid enough to fall for it, but at some point, you got to take responsibility for your own actions. And these men need to realize that they've been used and manipulated to come to this fucking island. And the fact that none of them realized it yet, and even if they did, they're not mad about it. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? If my fuck buddy from 21 years ago told me, oh my God, by the way, you have a daughter that I never told you about, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be fucking pissed. I wouldn't feel guilty that I wasn't there. I'd be pissed at her. What the fuck are you talking about? You kept this from me? You kept my child from me? You see what I mean? That's what a normal guy would do. But none of these guys are normal. None of these guys act that way because they're all fucking gay. Anyway. So Donna watches Sophie walk away in her wedding dress. And of course, the whole entourage is there. This is the wedding day. There's a big crowd of people there. They're all walking down the island, And then, of course, now Sam is going to confront Donna again, and they're going to have a big fucking conversation, blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm done. I'm done for this, for now, right? But I will be back to continue my review of Mama fucking Mia. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.